We are staying at the Luxor. 3 comp nights, 48 hours. We have Carrot Top, a slot group pull, the Cronut. What else can we get into? Who knows? We'll find out. It's spring break. We're not spring breakers. We're old people who work, but we accidentally came here at the same time. So we'll see how that goes. Let's check out the Luxor and the room and get it started. 48 hours starts now.
Valerie, Kyle Travel Channel.
This is our first time staying at the Luxor. Now, I have heard really terrible things about staying in the pyramid. I haven't heard really much about staying in the tower. I didn't even know which one we were staying at until we checked in. The Luxor, it's cool inside. I know it's kind of dated, but it does have a lot of Egyptian things. There's a pyramid. I do like going in there. We go in there almost every time we're in Vegas to do the My Konami free play, which I don't even know if they're doing that anymore, but it is a fun time. We're going to start with checking in and then head to the room. We don't know if we're in the pyramid or the tower or anything because the person at the front desk was not chatty at all. So she did not tell us really anything. Okay, we're in the towers. I was kind of hoping we were not in the pyramid. Kyle really wanted to stay in the pyramid. I did not. Let's take a look at our room. Here is our room at the Luxor. There's the bathroom. Nice shower. There's me in my hoodie in 90-degree weather. Bathtub. Looks nice. The water pressure was really good in the shower. I was very pleased with that. I think I did note that there is only shampoo and body wash, no conditioner. I've seen other places that do still have conditioner. It's so hit or miss at this point. I never know what I'm going to get, so I always pack it with me. The room's still a little dark. I don't know where the light switches are. It's our view. We have a view of the pool. I don't like the stuff they have on the other side. You can barely see through it.
It keeps the sun out.
I know.
Cry me a river.
I just sat down on the bed and you sink down like 10 inches. It's so weird. I don't know how I feel about it yet. The pillows feel okay. I don't know. So far we're trying to compare it to Excalibur because that's next door. And we both really liked Excalibur. So we'll see if the Luxor Tower holds up to Excalibur, the hotel that everyone hates. Okay, try to sit on the bed. Oh no.
It's like a really thick pillow topper or something.
Yeah, it's a very thick pillow topper. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll let you know. We do not see a mini fridge anywhere in the room. What in the heck is going on? No mini fridge.
No, there's a safe.
Safe is in the drawer. My overall impressions of the Luxor Tower room, the bed, it was comfortable. We slept just fine. We didn't have any problems with the pillow top mattress. The pillows were not lumpy. We got great sleep. It was weird though when you sat on them and then you sank down 10 inches because you're thinking, how is this going to be to lay down? I know some people love very, very soft beds. I typically don't lean that way, but it was fine. I think everybody probably will be fine with it. We didn't have any issues with noise. We didn't have any issues with anything at all. The shower was totally good. The pressure was really good. The hot water turned on immediately. There was no conditioner, although that's hit or miss. So overall, I think we would stay again at the Luxor. I know Kyle really wants to try the pyramid. I just didn't want to try the pyramid this time because I just wasn't in the mood to have a bad stay. I wasn't in the mood for a bunch of smells. I just didn't want to deal with anything like that. From the reviews I've read of staying in the pyramid, it can be a really, really terrible experience. I'm sure not every room is that way, but at some point we will stay in the pyramid just to see what it's like. I would stay at the tower again. I think anybody who stays there probably will have a great time. After we checked in, I was beyond starving. Like, I felt like I was a mummy walking around with no life to me. So we headed over to Diablo's. I love Diablo's. I will always recommend going there. It was delicious. Diablo's does not disappoint. It is so good. They saved me. I was starving. I thought I was gonna die, and Diablo's was here for me. And now I feel great. Here's my taquitos. They're so good. Here's Kyle's nachos. Are they good? They're good. He's mad because we might spend money on this that was allotted only for breakfast food. So I'm doing a no-no by making us eat here. Later we have Carrot Top. All right, Kyle, which one are we gonna go see later?
Fantasy.
No. You wish.
Fantasy probably is cheaper than Carrot Top.
Probably, yeah. He chose Carrot Top. I told him we could go see Fantasy, the strip's sexiest tease, but he was like, no, I want to go see Carrot Top. So, we're going to go see Carrot Top.
I want to go see.
I watched Carrot Top 20 or however many years ago, so I'm very interested to see if it's good. I feel like I've heard that it is, but I don't actually know. I did zero research because we don't do research. What do you mean here goes nothing? We don't really have to do that much.
Hello. How are you?
And no phone usage during the show.
I don't know if you caught what she just said, but she did say no phone usage during the show. I could take pictures and stuff of the theater before the show, but during the show, they did kind of have people on the sides watching to see if you were recording. I don't really know why. Maybe they've had issues in the past of people recording and playing his show that I'm not sure about, but it was fairly enforced, not compared to Chris Angel, which we just went to go see recently. I'll have a video of that coming out soon. That was wild. I can't wait till you see that video. But to get to the theater, we go in a circle, and keep going up and up and up, and it just keeps going, and you're like, when am I going to get to the theater? My goodness, this just keeps going. What are we, third row?
Third row.
Kyle always gets us the best seats.
Oh, Carrot Top was in Sharknado 4.
We just got back from Carrot Top. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. Not at all what I expected. I remember watching him back in the day, and I thought it was going to be all of his prop comedy. It was just so fun. It was so funny. They had an opener come out for about 15 minutes. It started at 8, right at 8 o'clock, which was awesome. They had Carrot Top come out around 8:15, and then he did some of his prop comedy, and he then moved on to just like some stand-up, some current event kind of comedy. I don't know why I was so nervous to go, because I was really hoping that I was gonna like it. I remember thinking he was funny back in the day, and I was hoping he had updated some of his old prop comedy and things like that. You're gonna get some old stuff, you're gonna get some new stuff, you're gonna get some current things. He also tells you about how he got into comedy, some of the experience he's had. It's so funny. I cannot recommend it enough. I don't want to ruin anything at all about the show. There's no videotaping, no photography. They have people watching the crowd the entire time. I didn't get any pictures of him, but we were in the third row. We had such a great view. I think tickets were really, really reasonable too. He's been at the Luxor for 19 years. I just had to record this right away because I didn't want to forget all the things that I really, really enjoyed. He even recognized, this was the craziest part. There were 2 people in the front row, and he saw them and he recognized them from a meet and greet or something. He was like, oh, I know you guys. And like the fact that he can just pick people out of the crowd. He walked around midway through and like shook people's hands and thanked everybody for being there while also like turning it into a joke. Fantastic. go see Carrot Top. I'm being a little bit more harsh on the things I recommend. And this is something that we got every single penny of our money's worth. It's so much fun. We laughed the whole time. You will not be disappointed. Go check them out. On that note, we have walked 21,721 steps, or 9.56 miles. We almost hit 10 miles. We'll hit 10 tomorrow. I'm not worried about it. Now for the entire reason that we went on this trip. We did a BC Slots group poll. If you don't know who that is or what the heck I'm talking about, I will have a video coming out in a few weeks, maybe a few months, that is a more in-depth look at group polls. What are they? Who does them? How do you get into one? It's very interesting. It's what's more Vegas in Vegas than slots and group polls and doing some group slots. So I'll show you a little bit of that here, but I am going to have a more in-depth video coming out. It was super entertaining. I didn't know what to expect. I would definitely do one again for sure, but they're not for everyone. So here's the sneak peek. We're at the plaza. We just had some bomb food from Fresh Mexican Grill with our comps. It was like 20 bucks to eat an entire meal. We have so much leftover food. Don't forget about these kind of restaurants because we skipped over Starbucks this morning. It would have probably been $40 or $50 for us to get 2 drinks and 2 egg bites at Starbucks. So we ate here, tacos, burrito, chips and salsa, drinks, 20 bucks. Good to go. All right, BC Slots. We're going to do a group poll today and he's already here. I just creeped on him, but I'm about to creep again. There he is. The countdown begins. We're 20 minutes out from our BC Slots group poll. $200, 25 people. I don't know what game we're playing yet. I'm so excited. So is Kyle.
Hello.
See the excitement? He can't contain himself at all. Like I said, we each put in $200. There ended up being 30 people there. And what you do is they will choose a machine and then everybody does $20, $25 spins. I think we did $20 spins. I can't quite remember. I'm not going to show you the machine because his video is not out yet. So I don't want to take anything from that when it does come out. So you can find a lot of YouTube people who do slot polls and group polls, and you know, they have their own slot channels. That's how I found BC Slots. He has the smoke-free slot area at the plaza, which is super nice if you don't want to be around all the smoke. It's a nice clean area. They encourage people to record and take videos. Super fun. It was great meeting him. He was very nice. He was really welcoming to everyone. It's so interesting because I see him on YouTube all the time, and then like seeing him in person, it was weird because I'm so used to seeing him on TV, but he was very, very nice. So watch out for the video coming out. I'm going to give you way more details about the group poll and the logistics of it, what they are, what to do. We're going to run around and hopefully win some money. We just got done with our group poll. It was honestly so much fun. I didn't really like the game that we played. I would never play that on my own, but it was a good time. We just had a really weird thing happen at the carousel bar. Kyle ordered a beer. We were playing video poker. The guy comped it, and then Kyle ordered a second beer. And the guy comes over and says, it's my fault I didn't tell you. These aren't comped. I comped you the first one. He opens the beer and then says, but I have to charge you for this one. Instead of saying, I have to charge you, and Kyle could say, well, I don't want it then. I'm playing video poker. Everything is usually comped. The guy's like, by the way, I gotta charge you. So $12 beer, which is not worth it. Weird. The plaza is usually one of the better places to go, and I don't know why I felt that was like so scammy. Is that about how it went down?
Yep.
We're walking on Fremont now. And also sometimes I can't think straight when I'm hangry. Poor Kyle. I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
You're impossible.
Yeah, you're an impossible burger. He's mad at me because we accidentally walked 20 feet from Four Queens before I remembered how much I like the food here. We had to turn back. He was about to swing on me outside. Don't. Oh no. Oh Lord. He got a hold of my knife.
That camera on my face.
Stop that. People are going to think you're serious. Okay, we're at Four Queens grabbing some lunch with our LBA coupon code. Buy one, get one free at Magnolia's. It's so delicious. Okay, the food at Magnolia's is so good. Here's my avocado melt that has a whole chicken breast and avocado and melted cheese. And yum. He got all day breakfast. Oh my God. It's so delicious here. I'm serious when I say this. If you have not been to Magnolia's, it's really, really good. I love going there. And now, my favorite part, what I look forward to, is the cronut. This is the March cronut. We got it. Not that close, you freak! Get out of here. Perfection. Okay. Layers upon layers. It's like blueberry with ube ganache. Oh my God, it's so good. Stop wrestling with that. We went to Walgreens and I couldn't just get a normal thing of water. Yeah, I'm carrying around 35 pounds of water. It's great. We just went through the new Bellagio Conservatory for spring. That's pretty. I can't tell if the bees are my favorite or the caterpillars. He's so cute. Oh my God, I love this one. It's a freaking caterpillar. Can you see the caterpillar?
I mean, I was looking right at him. I didn't realize he was a caterpillar.
I know, he's so cute. Oh yeah, the little Easter chicks. No, those are cute. I think I decided the caterpillar was my favorite with his eyelashes. He's eating a tiny leaf. The Bellagio Conservatory never ever disappoints. We thought maybe we had seen this one before, but maybe the hummingbird looked familiar or something because most of it was pretty new. It's always really beautiful. If you can get there when they change things over, it's one of my top recommendations. And I try to go every time we're there if they have a new setup. Okay, to use the My Vegas reward at Hershey's, there's a buy one milkshake, get a sundae free. So I got the sundae, Kyle got the milkshake. It is obnoxiously big. We could split it with about 6 people. I ate just the toppings. There's so much. You saw what it looked like. It's obscene. It's a good deal, but it's a crap ton of food. Like I said, the whole reason we planned this trip at the Luxor was to go do a BC Slots group pull. I had been wanting to do one for a couple years. I also got the cronut. I got to go and see Carrot Top, which was Kyle's pick, and we went to the new Bellagio Conservatory. It was a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We had way too much sugar. That Hershey's really put us over the top. The stay at the Luxor was really great. It's right by the tram, right? It's attached. So you can go to Mandalay Bay. You can go run around the area. It is a bit of a walk to go to other places. It's still close to the Strip, which I really appreciated. We did just stay at the Strat to do our first slot tournament. It was an invite only. I'll have a video of that coming out soon. Holy moly, we took only like a couple Ubers this time, but when we spent the weekend at the Strat, the Ubers just kept adding up and adding up and adding up because it's so far from everything. I'll have that video coming out here in a while so you can see what the slot tournament looked like. You can see our Strat weekend. That's when we went to Chris Angel. There's so much coming out. Now it's time to head to the airport, hop in my massage chair, and then head home. Oh, and I'll show you how much everything costs.
There's Valerie getting pulverized.
Let's take a look at how much we spent in 48 hours in Vegas this time, starting with the travel logistics. The Luxor, like I mentioned, was comped. We did have a resort fee, but we had gold status, so that was waived. We got $20 in free play and a $50 resort credit for staying there. Frontier, I don't know how Kyle got, I looked, $57.96 for 2 people. I don't know how he did it, but he works some sort of magic there. It was wild. And then we have Southwest with a companion pass. We had the airport parking. We had, looks like 4 Ubers this time, which really isn't bad because that's to and from the airport is 2 of those. So we only took 2, and that would have been to Fremont Street and back, which for me is so reasonable. That's almost nothing. Wait till you see the April trip. It was wild. I hope we never take that many Ubers ever again. It was too much. But we spent $260.96 out of pocket. It would have cost $804.36 if we paid outright. So we did pretty good on this one. Moving on to food. So we usually go to both of the lounges, one in Denver, one in Vegas. Bottled water. You saw that mega bottle that I got and carried around. We really relied on food comps this time, and we ended up spending $120.80. It would have been $253. So we got that down by half, and that was amazing. That's really the one thing we're going to start focusing on is how can we spend less on food, which it's tough to do. We're doing our best. We try every single time to get some coupons and stuff. We did use some Las Vegas Advisor coupon book coupons, which the book itself is like $50, and we usually get it every year because they have some pretty good coupons. So we did rely on that one this time. We're branching out, looking for different options. Okay, looking at entertainment. So this one's a little bit weird because we both have our gambling bankrolls. And not everybody would do a group poll, so technically it was $200 per person to participate in the group poll, and then everybody got 10 spins. So they, at the end, added everything up, whatever was left over, everybody split. So that's why I put 0 here, because it does not cost money to sign up. We have a separate bankroll that we take that money out of. And then what you could win or lose at the end. So it's really hard to kind of put that in there. But $200 is what it costs for us to gamble as a group. For Carrot Top, we used US Bank points at 1.5 cents per point. So that was a really good deal. We were able to use points for that one. And then I got the massage. So 0 was our out of pocket. Technically, it could have been $200 per person for the group poll, but because that's such a niche thing and that comes out of a separate fund, that's not our travel fund. I'm not including that. Total without points would have been $271.22. We did amazing on that one. All right, now we have our final totals. So our total was $381.76. Without points, without any discounts, it would have been $1,329.11. So we got it down to about just shy of 29%. So our goal, what I've decided, is we're trying to pay 25% of what it normally would cost to do our trips. On this one, we got it down to 28.72%, which is not quite the goal, but we're getting there. It looks like out of all the trips we've taken this year, we're 50-50. Half of them we got below 25, half of them are just over 25. it's something that I like to keep track of. I like to make sure that we're keeping to our goal, trying to do everything we can for as little as possible. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next trip.
I'm going out back to home. Goodbye, 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 everybody, goodbye.